Here we go, the main part of the evening, honoring Donald Toms. Before I talk a little bit about the award and Donald, here's a short video from his friends at Maryland Public Television.
That voice, that performance, I've never seen anything like it. I like it when I do this show is that the cameramen are all dancing. You can just see them back there just moving, having a good time. I didn't think it was going to work the first time I saw the show, as a matter of fact. And I'm thinking, well, really? Here's the MPT tote bag. Take a look at that. I actually have one of these. I may have two of these. And I take them to the beach, as a matter of fact. You think about you can put your towels in here. This is a great bag. You know, it's great being sitting right here is that you can hear some of the volunteers talk to some of you, and I can find out where you're from and how much money you donate and what kind of gifts you're getting. So it's kind of fun. But right now, it doesn't look like there's a lot of that, and I wonder why. Whose kind of fault is that? Is that our fault? Is it your fault? 34 seconds left in. You're like, you know, sometimes people say, well, how do you know when to shut up? Well, you shut up when it gets to zero.
I love that video. It just makes me smile. In 1951, Judith Frosch came up with the idea that became Adventure Theater. She believed that through culture and arts, every kid could have an adventure in life. We honor her memory and her friendship of over 65 years to Adventure Theater with the Spirit of Adventure Award that we present each year. It is now my distinct pleasure to present the Judy Frosch Spirit of Adventure Award to Donald Toms. Donald is a pioneer in the media of television, providing over 45 years of public television to entertain and inspire our kids. He's also a theater parent, raising two amazing talents in Tracy and Austin. We're very proud to have you as a friend, Donald, and very proud to present you with this award.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you to Adventure Theater for this amazing award. I am humbled. I am honored. So thank you. Thank you also to the sponsors who hung in there with Adventure Theater, and to me. Thank you. You know, I've had a pretty amazing career. I pinch myself of it. It's been a long 50-year plus career, and I can't think of anything else I would have done. I think about a couple of things that would make me want to pinch myself. And I've had many of those, but can I share two of them with you? The first is when I was 19 years old, and I walked into the studio of Channel 11. I had just been hired there, and the studio was dark. No cameras were on, no lights were on, nobody was in there. And I just walked around, and I did pinch myself because I thought, this is it. I never thought I'd be in TV, but it happened, and I thought, I am home, and this was great. The other time I pinched myself, again, there are 1,000 times I did, but another one I did was that I was standing in line at the White House about to meet President Barack Obama and his lovely wife. And I was producing, or I was in charge of a series called In Performance at the White House when I was working for PBS. And I got the opportunity to meet him. I met him several times, but that first time, he said, hey man, and we hugged each other like we were old friends. And I kept thinking, what would my parents say if they knew I'd met the president? They had both gone by that time, but it was pretty amazing. So I think about those things. I also think about my kids. I think about how my kids decided they wanted to get into this business and what happened. With Tracy, she was young, and she was a singer, she was an actress, and I didn't think she was pretty good. I thought she was like, okay, cute as a button, until one day I knew she was serious and she was good. My wife said, Tracy, maybe you should get a job where you can make some money. My wife's a social worker, and she was always a steady worker. And Tracy said, okay, Mom. And she said, Daddy, what do you think? And I said, well, I think your mom's right. You need to make money, but you also need to follow your heart. What do you feel inside here? And she tried to make us happy for a long time. And then she did follow that passion. She followed that heart. School for the Arts in Baltimore, Howard University, Juilliard, and I think Tracy's done okay. Don't you think? Well, Austin came along 13 years later, and he was the little brother of a celebrity. That was pretty tough for him, as a matter of fact. But he's endured, as a matter of fact. He too followed his heart. He is a performer, he's a music writer, and he's a gifted DJ. And again, it makes him happy. And I think that's what matters in this world. A couple of times I want to think about what do you tell kids these days and about their careers. And I say to kids, I think to anybody, you got to make a difference. Whatever you do in this life, make a difference. When I was 19 years old, I started working at Channel 11, and I was directing a TV show about a year or two later. And the lighting director was lighting the teacher for the next day's school show. And I said, Mike, you know the teacher's black, because he was using a lighting dummy, a white male lighting dummy as his reference. And he said, Donald, I know what I'm doing. You don't tell me what to do. And I thought, oh, okay, I understand. And I walked away. Well, unbeknownst to me, Mike went back later and relit the entire set. The next day, the teacher came in and she looked and she says, Mike, I look great. What did you do? And he says, well, I just wanted to make it perfect for you. And I was sitting next to him in the control booth, and he never, ever said a word to me at all. But I knew that day I had made a difference. So, make a difference. Parents, let your kids go. Let them do what they think they do. For the kids, please make a difference. In closing, thanks to everyone. Thanks to the folks at Adventure Theater. Thanks to the sponsors. Thanks to my lovely wife who puts up with me every day in this crazy, crazy, crazy career. Good night, everybody.